In this video, I wanted to go a bit more into depth on the updated just drop rates, how they progress through the game, just because it was something I mentioned in the update 1.9.9 video, but didn't really go too into depth. So now you can see if you go to swap game modes, so from normal to hard to hell mode, you're going to see there's chances to drop different items. And it actually shows the chance now. It doesn't break down the percentages, but if you go into an individual stage, and then you also click the info button, it will showcase a little more into depth what is available to drop on each stage. So here you can see on stage 1, you can get obviously gold you can get on all these stages, but on stage 1 you can also get equipment blueprints, those experience shards, and then one of the reworked things they did, so you can get normal equipment. You can also get S tier common equipment, either Dragon Slayer or Death, or Reaper as it calls it right here, equipment. So this is something new they changed. So now on all these normal stages, you can get S tier, either Dragon Slayer or the Death equipment. Now, one thing to note, it is still capped at 15 pieces per day of the S tier pieces of equipment. After that, you can still get the normal equipment, so like the Archer, Barbarian, Assassin, etc. But you can get up to 15 common pieces of the Dragon Slayer or Death gear per day overall. I believe it is across all the stages. So if you get 15 pieces of Dragon Slayer gear from normal mode, you can't go to hard mode or a different stage and still get even more S tier gear. You're capped at 15 S tier common pieces of gear across all the stages per day. But because of how the drop rate is, it's not like it is a lower drop rate. It's going to take a bit of grinding to actually hit that cap. Now, one of the things to note as we go and just keep on progressing through these stages, once we hit the point where you're going to be able to get these elemental shards and magic crystals, those are also going to appear here. And then we go all the way to 12. You can see it does keep progressing, and it will actually show you when you can start to get those good quality equipment drops as well. You can never actually get S tier good quality as of now, but you can get the normal equipment. You can get good quality pieces of equipment from these higher stages. The only change for normal is that you can get S tier common, the Dragon Slayer and Death set. You can actually get those on stages prior to stage 10. It used to be stage 10 and 11. 10 used to give you Death, or 10 used to give you Dragon Slayer, 11 used to give you Death, I believe. But now it's changed, so all of these stages on normal mode can give you Dragon Slayer and Death equipment. As far as what specific pieces, it matches whether, so if like stage 1 gives you weapon and armor, stage 2 gives you helmet accessory, something like that. I'm probably completely making that up, but whatever stage gives you a certain pieces of equipment, if one stage is helmet and accessory, that's the way it's going to be for those S tier common pieces of equipment too. It follows that same pattern. Now on to hard mode. The big difference in hard mode, if we go to hit the info right on hard mode, 1, you're going to be able to see we're also getting these purple tiers for the fountain. But 2, it swapped out the Dragon Slayer and Death set equipment for Solar gear and Nyx gear. So you can also get these common pieces of Solar and Nyx equipment from farming hard mode stages. So this is something that you definitely are going to want to prioritize if you are trying to just farm the Nyx or the Solar pieces of equipment. If we go over to the hell mode, you can see that you can also get, it swaps those out even further. You can now get the Dominator gear and then the Thunderbolt or the Thunder God gear. Those are the S tier pieces of equipment available there. And then you can also get actually rare pieces of equipment, once again capped at 15 per day. One thing to note, on the hell stages, you can also get a Starlight tier, so those golden tiers, but I believe you're actually only capped at 2 golden tiers per day across all the stages. So you're not going to be able to farm a ton of them that way, but you can get some golden tiers now, which wasn't something you could do before. Another thing to note is if you look here, you can no longer get those refining stones from hard mode. So if you're trying to upgrade your artifacts, it doesn't really make sense to farm hard mode anymore, because they took away the refining stones from hard mode. Really, you're just going to be wanting to farm hell mode, which is fine because that's, as far as the S tier gear, the Dominator and the Thunder God set, those are the best. I mean, as far as these S tier gears, you can get the Eternal gear sets, obviously really good, but it isn't available to drop from any of these stages right now. You're going to have to open epic chests or try and get them some other way through the forge or something. But that's it. So as far as the main changes for the just drop rates, as far as the different stages, different difficulty modes, one thing I'll note, if you go over to the Discord, and you can do that by hitting the settings icon on the top right of the screen, and then you go to the community tab, there's a link to hop over to the Discord. Over in the pinned messages, there's a really good community over there. I know some of the players, they've created a table actually going through and tracking the drop rates, updated for the most recent update. Tracking the drop rates of each specific pieces of equipment, as well as like blueprints, all the materials like that. So that can be really helpful if you are trying to farm a specific like piece. If you're trying to just farm equipment blueprint materials, you can use that chart. It can help you just figure out what stage you should climb. Really, in general, the higher stage you can climb, that's going to be the better rewards. I mean, that's what I would typically try and do. And then just playing between stage. So like if you're trying to farm certain pieces of equipment, maybe it makes more sense to farm Hell Stage 2 versus Hell Stage 1. But in general, it does make sense to just farm the highest stage you can. Is kind of a rough guide as far as that goes. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.